trauma in the family can be passed down through the family lineage and still affect a family member 5, 10 generations down. Namaste and greetings, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Healing the Planet from Within. My name is Carmyn Santosha, and I'm here in India deepening my spiritual development, my personal development, because this is where some of the deeper knowledge lies. But today I wanted to talk about intergenerational trauma and how we can heal this with energy healing. Now, this is super important, and I'm coming from a variety of different angles. I have a degree in counseling and psychology, but I'm also a Reiki Master for over 20 years and an emotion code practitioner. I'm also studying currently a document called The Psychic Roots of All Diseases, which is work by Dr. Hammer, a German scientist, and how he was studying the effects of trauma on the psyche, the brain, and the organs. So, but what is this term intergenerational trauma? Well, I got this term from psychology in Australia, and they're using this term in relation particularly to Indigenous Australians, how trauma from years ago is continuing to affect the family line. And it's interesting, though, how they're only pinpointing Indigenous Australians, but this is true for everyone around the world, all cultures, all people. Trauma, and we can see this in many different sources and energy healing modalities, and including what I was saying with Dr. Hammer's work, is that trauma in the family can be passed down through the family lineage and still affect a family member 5, 10 generations down. And we know this even in emotion code, in body code. It's the same knowledge. The trauma that has affected your great-great-great-great-grandmother, for instance, or your grandfather, can still affect you today because it's unresolved trauma. Now, in Dr. Hammer's work, we can see that unresolved trauma in the family lineage and family drama, say 2 families have a war against each other, or someone has an affair behind their wife's back, for instance. These types of incidences can cause physical ailments and diseases, physical and mental and emotional. It can really upset. So, for instance, if you've had your grandfather, your great-great-grandfather was in the German war, and in the German war there was a particular survival mechanism in their mindset because they've had to witness people dying, people being murdered, people being killed by in the war scene, right? So let's say they've died watching this trauma. They can't resolve the trauma. So in the next this trauma, the energetic vibration of the trauma is passed down to their children. And in 5, 6, 7 years or 5 generations down, this trauma is still affecting that person. They still have this shock. It's a psychic shock when they hear a loud noise, like this, a pop, a gun pop or something similar, a car backfiring, anything. They get this shock, this moment, which can cause anxiety. So they might have anxiety specifically while driving down the highway, for instance. If they hear a car accident, it can trigger these moments. Special biological program is what Dr. Hammer called them. And it triggers this. So when you go to the origins, and this is the fun part, because this is what I do in my energy healing. Psychically, I can travel through your energy system and find the origins of what is causing the problem in your mindset, in how you're feeling, in your core belief systems, and how these stuck traumas are affecting how you live today. So what I do is I tune into this in a trance state, a theta state of mind, if you like, and I go through your energetic matrix in search of this one thing that's causing your physical ailment, the reason why you're self-sabotaging, the reason why you might be stuck or in the lack mode. I know people who have had their family lineage in the war where they've had to live off rations, and they had a mindset that was like, we just got to accept what we have, which was a survival mindset back in the war times. But right now, the world is filled with abundance, and we know that we can change our energy vibrations in order to align with that abundance. So all these types of things that's stopping you from moving forward in life can be from intergenerational trauma. It can be 1, 2, 3 generations up, but you don't know you're carrying it. It's in your energetic matrix. Okay, so let me just take this one step further, okay? What do I mean by energetic matrix exactly? So when you were born as a child, you're given this personal template for living. Now this contains your thought patterns, your emotions, your feelings, how you react to situations, your judgments, whether you're judging a different culture or a different religion, or you're just judging people because they're on a different journey than you. So, and then of course there's core beliefs about what you need to do in certain places or what you shouldn't be doing, or how you react. Like if you're in a traffic jam, for instance, do you yell and scream like your mom or your dad yelled and screamed at the traffic jam, or are you feeling very peaceful and relaxed? So as a child, you're watching the adults around you, right? And they're giving you advice, sometimes directly, sometimes non-verbally. You're just watching and soaking this in. So you gather together this personal template for living. And you're reactive on this, unconsciously reactive of this. Now, you can get in a lot of trouble if you're unconsciously reacting on this. I mean, you could end up self-sabotaging every job interview. You can end up sleeping around with a lot of different people and end up getting a disease, or just hurting a lot of people. You can believe that you're not good enough to go to university, so therefore you're doubting your ability to pass that exam to get in. You could be overweight and in pain every single day of your life, because this personal template dictates the way you live your life. And inside this personal template is the patterns of intergenerational trauma embedded in there from your family lineage. And you can't do anything about it if you're unconscious. Let me give you an example of this. If you have a thought from your personal template coming into your reality, and it says, I'm not good enough, but you don't watch the thought, you just let it happen automatically. You know, the personal template's dictating how you live your life, and I'm not good enough. Now, if you believe your thoughts to be true, this creates your reality. But thoughts are not truth unless you believe them to be so. So if this thought pattern comes into your reality, I'm not good enough, and you're consciously watching it and you say, I don't want this in my life, I am good enough, and you let that negative thought go away, you're consciously changing this personal template. And instead of I'm not good enough, you're saying I can take the steps needed in order to achieve what I want. There's always a solution to every problem. I am worthy of expanding my reality, of changing my life. And instead of that negative thought, I'm not good enough, you have all of this, which then increases your inspiration, your motivation, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and you're creating a completely different reality than your personal template for living, than your family lineage, than that intergenerational trauma that impacted you. But there's so much more, because this personal template is layered with energetic vibrations. So the idea is that you do this training where you can be more conscious. You're increasing conscious awareness, expanding your consciousness so you can watch this energetic matrix that's around you and not be responsive of it, not automatically responding to this, but instead responding from your inner self, from your higher God self. And that's when you can change your reality, heal your physical body, heal your mental body, change it completely. I don't know how else to say this, people. I'm running out of words here, but it's unlimited potential. And that's what I want you to have in your reality. Intergenerational trauma exists. It's in psychology. It's in counseling. And they pinpoint that as this is your problem. But what's next is you start to watch those patterns in your personal template for living, and you consciously change it. You walk out of this. And that's empowerment. This is such an amazing blessing. And I have been developing courses for, 20 years now, and refining my technique with how to teach people to increase their conscious awareness. And right now I'm putting together this program to heal your life, to heal yourself. And I want you to come on board. Yes, of course, you can go through the steps yourself. And this is what I've done. I've got 5 university degrees, Reiki Master for over 20 years. I'm an emotion code practitioner. I work with shamanic energy. I go and talk to my future self or my past self. I'm working with my spirit guides. I am psychically turned on because of all the practices I've done, other lifetimes and this lifetime. So you can go on that journey. You can actually take yourself on this journey and just tune in and be dedicated. I'm changing my life now, and everything will fall into place for you. If you step into a program like mine, you gain all these years of knowledge instantly. And I'm going to take you through the process of how to understand this, of how to action this as well. So it's not like just learning it, but it's experiencing it. And there's a few different ways I do this. There's a few different ways I want to take you through this, and I have so much fun with this. So if you're curious at all, please hop onto my website, healingtheplanetfromwithin.com. Book in a session with me, and when you make that booking, write down exactly what you're curious about. Say, hey, look, I watched that video, Intergenerational Trauma, and I want to increase my consciousness. I want to heal my life. You tell me this directly. Tell me what you want. And then we're going to have a face-to-face session and discuss on video how exactly I can help you get unstuck from these toxic patterns of intergenerational trauma, family lineage, personal template, and how you can improve your life. Look, I am super excited about this, and I'm sure this is very obvious when I talk. It is so much fun. I love it so much. It's my passion. It's my dream come true to be able to share this knowledge with you. So I'm here in India for the year. My name is Carmyn Santosha. I will probably be in India for a lot longer, but I've been in here since February, and I love it so much here because I'm able to really follow what's in my heart's desire, what's in my passion, which is a lot of spiritual development, personal development, and helping people improve their life. So Like, it's such a joy here to be with you on this video, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. What happens is when you do a booking on my website, it sends me an email. Then I'm going to email you back, and I'm going to ask you, like, okay, first of all, who are you? What are you doing in life? What would you like? This kind of thing. Then you respond to that email. So look and watch after you've made the booking for my email. Because one thing, I get some people making a booking that are not real people, and they don't really want to work with me. They're just, making a booking. So I test everyone to make sure they're a real person, they're dedicated on the journey, and they're actually interested. And that's when I give my time to you in a session. So just let me know what you're doing, what you're wanting to do, and then I'll send you an email back. And then we can start emailing and start discussing what your needs are and how I can help you. So thank you so much for watching the video. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. Namaste. Hey, here I am in India right now, and I'd really appreciate you to come on my journey with me. Click down here, the subscribe button. That would be super great. Thank you so much. And then wander over here and click the comment. Make a comment, click the bell button, and follow me on this journey. Come on my journey with me. Let's deepen our spiritual journey together. You can see I've done this short hair. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Namaste.